Welcome to Unshackled, a podcast for ambitious strivers who know that our lives and our time here are precious. We overcome the habits that bind us and boldly go after our dreams. I'm your host, Becca, and I've overcome my addictions and reinvented myself more than once, and I know how to help you do the same. If you're ready to up your game by ridding yourself of useless addictions, if you're ready to unshackle yourself, then you've come to the right place. Let's get to it. Welcome back to Unshackled. We are here and I am thrilled to have you with me. Okay, quick recap on yesterday. Yesterday I spoke to you about the fact that there are about 10% of the people who will hear my voice, who will actually take me up on what I'm offering by taking action. What am I offering? I'm offering inspiration for you to change your life. Today I'm going to talk to you about fear. We're going to dig into fear. Little bit more background. We have a precious life sitting in front of us. It's been given to us as a gift. And we fall into complacency, and we sit and we do the same things day in and day out. We put up with things that we're not satisfied with, relationships that aren't working for us, diets that are killing us, alcohol that's taking us down the path of destruction. We don't exercise our bodies. We're not learning anything. We're not growing. We're allowed, and et cetera, et cetera. You don't have all of these things, but you might have some. I'm listing the possibilities. My point here is that whatever it is that's making your life uncomfortable and less than it needs to be, that's what we're going to go after. And I suggest to you that one of the reasons you haven't changed one of the big ones is fear. I also want to point out that you may not have thought about doing it until now. Maybe you thought it was too late. That's another one that holds us back. Hey, don't give me a break. I'm too old for this crap, Becca. What do you expect from me? Okay? I want you to know it doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter. Nothing. There is no circumstance in your life that you can come back and say, well, I'm excluded from having to do something with my life because of X. No. You are not excluded. There is no escaping this. If you can hear my voice and you're alive and you're a human, then you can change the things in your life that should be changed. And you should, because you have a precious life. And you have a duty to your own soul to live it to its absolute max. To live your life and not put up with things that you shouldn't have to put up with. You're a precious human soul. What do you want to do in your life that you haven't done yet, that you always thought about but never did? You can do it. Okay, as I said yesterday, 10% of you actually will, and that excites the heck out of me. I want to talk to the 10%ers. Okay, let's talk about fear. One of the things with fear, about fear of change, is that it can be sneaky. Often, we don't think we're afraid. We think, it's not fear, Becca. It's not fear holding me back. It's this or this or this. This other list of things, reasons why we don't move. But there is going to be some fear there. Even if you can't recognize it, there will be fear. And it's simple. It's the fear of the unknown. What would my life be like if... fill in the blank. What would my life be like if I didn't have my cocktail or my bottle of wine to come home to on after work? What would my life be like without this person in my life? Even though they make me absolutely miserable and they're not good to me and they're not good for me, what would it's fear of the unknown. We even feel that way about food. What would my life be like if I couldn't eat the things I like to eat? Or food is comforting, right? So many things that we do that we really know we shouldn't be doing. And the fact of the matter is that it's frightening to imagine life without these types of crutches. And as long as we can acknowledge it's the fear of the unknown, we can make a start. We can say to ourselves, all right, well, you know what? I'm not exactly sure how it's going to be, but I need to change this because it's a thorn in my life. And so I'm going to be brave and I'm going to make a start. What is the first thing I need to do to begin to make this change? I want you to write down the changes that you need to make. Make a list of what needs to be done. I'm not suggesting you're going to run out and do all of these things, but if you list the things that need to be done, you can start small and start at the beginning. How do you make that first start? You take a deep breath. And you think, I'm going to do this today. This is the very important point. Do not, under any circumstances, start thinking heavily into the future. Whatever it is you're starting, it's only going to feel scary if you're projecting it into the future. This is how we quit drinking. It's how we do anything. How do we do it? We do it one day at a time. This works for anything, folks. It's incredibly powerful. The only way you can really experience fear is if you're in the future. What I just said is so profound that I want to say it again because I don't want you to miss it. We can only experience fear if we are in the future. Think about it. We're not afraid of the past. We may have other big emotions around the past, and we do. It's another topic. But we're not afraid of the present moment. So, I talked about this fairly recently. I believe I was talking about if a bear was chasing you. So the present moment is rarely scary. Like, unless there's literally something in front of you that's scaring you, then get yourself safe, and there, the fear is gone. What does that mean? It means the only way we can feel fear is if we're thinking about the future. And if that's true, which it is, the answer, the solution is right in front of us. Just make a change for today. Whatever it is that you are going to start to change in your life, the thing that's got you shackled, just handle it for today. Do not allow the mind to move forward into the future. The future will take care of itself if you're looking after today. That is so simple, but so incredibly profound. It is completely life-changing. If you think about the 17 steps to getting, out of the relationship you're in, let's just use that for an example. Let's say you're in a relationship and you know it's bad, but it's all tangled up. There's finances involved and emotions and who knows what else. Maybe, you got who knows, all sorts of stuff tangled up in a relationship that in your heart is just not good for you. But the thought of all untangling all those threads from and getting yourself free from that relationship is so overwhelming that instead you stay in it. All you have to do is take one moment at a time. Take the first step today, the second one tomorrow. Do not allow yourself to think ahead. So, let's say, for example, you're in a relationship with somebody and you're actually living together. There's a lot of untangling to do to get out of that. But let's worry about the actual moving of the furniture for the future. That's not happening today. Let's worry about the financial entanglements in the future. That's not happening today. We take the first step only. What would the first step be? In all likelihood, it sounds like a conversation to me. And it's going to have, of course, it's going to just depend massively on your individual circumstances. So I can't coach you personally, but I can say this. Let's just take one tiny step at a time and move ourselves in the direction that we want to go so that we can create the life we know we want. We must stop settling. It is so important that we live this life. And I really want you to come along with me on this journey to unshackling yourself. So start today by taking the first step towards the freedom that you know you want. Thank you for listening. And I want to invite you to click the link in the show notes and get on my newsletter list so that I can send you the Unshackled 10%er newsletter. It's a newsletter that comes out every Saturday. It'll come right to your inbox where I describe in detail, and you can actually write, take notes. You can print it off if you want so that you can begin to untangle yourself and start to live your life the way you were meant to be living it. And it's my privilege that you're hearing my voice. Thank you for listening. And I would love to send you the newsletter, help you if you're not a 10%er yet, if you're still sitting on the sidelines going, well, I kind of like what she's saying, but I'm not exactly about to jump up and, change my life. That's okay. That's okay. You can sign up anyway and keep listening, and maybe I can change your mind. Hey, I was one of the 90% for over 30 years. So I know that we can change sides. So I can be patient. I just invite you to just keep coming back, and you never know, I might just talk you into joining the other team. Meanwhile, sending you tons of love, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye for now. Hey, thanks for popping in. Remember, unshackling happens one day, one moment, one choice at a time. Do me a favor, subscribe, share, and shoot me some feedback. Chat soon.